Hey there and welcome to another Dave Does video. Today we are doing a personal video. So as you'll have seen from the title of the video, it has been 3 years to the day since I gave up alcohol. And I wanted to kind of touch base and talk about how the last year's been. So for those that may not have seen the previous footage, so I did one at year 2, year at 1, I did one at 6 months, I did one at 4 weeks. 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, and the first 7 days of giving up alcohol. So I was a heavy drinker, but I was called a functional alcoholic, so I could drink large quantities of alcohol and still get up, go to work, deal with things as normal. And year 1 was a challenging year. I couldn't really do much as far as like going out socially. Had the cravings all the time. Year 2, I was drinking a large quantities of alcohol free, so I still had the big habits, and then so we're now into year 3. So when I kind of found that at the near about 18 months to 2 years in, I didn't find I had the cravings anymore. And now, even when I go to supermarkets now and stuff like that, I'll walk down the alcohol aisle and I don't really get any pinings, any cravings to sort of buy alcohol like that. I can quite happily walk out that aisle and not buy anything. I do miss certain beers, like banana bread beer was one of my favourites. I can't do that. I just wish they'd do an alcohol-free version. And I think it's actually very good at the moment that you have so many options with the alcohol-free option. So tonight I am having a cold Bavaria 0.0. And I find it's when it's the warm weather I still drink alcohol-free beers, and that's just because I like something cold. I don't really drink things like Coke or Fanta or any of those other fizzy types drinks, so I still do these. And I like things like Doom Bar Zero, and I quite enjoy going to the pubs now with the wife, and I'll quite happily go have a few alcohol-free beers in a pub and relax and enjoy myself that way. So I feel content with going out and doing that sort of social drinking, but having that alcohol-free social drinking. So still 3 years in, not drinking alcohol. Now, one thing I would say from that is when I was drinking alcohol, I used to suffer from bad back problems and all sorts of other aches and pains, and I put that down to the alcohol. However, if I drink 4 or 5 of these of an evening, I suffer from back problems, knee joint problems over the next day. And if I completely cut all this out, all those pains go. And I've realised what it is it's down to sugar. So I drink a lot of sugar in my coffee. These have all got large quantities of sugar in alcohol-free drinks. Whereas like Coke and stuff's all sugar-free, these have still got a lot of sugar in. So I actually found that by having the alcohol-free beers, I was actually causing myself more problems that I'd attributed to the alcohol, but it was actually the sugar content in that alcoholic drink that was causing me more of the problems. But the alcohol has its own side effects as well, so that's just something to worry about. But yeah, 3 years clear. I'm more content with my life about it. I don't feel the pressure to drink alcohol or the craving to drink alcohol anymore. So if you're in the sort of person that is concerned about your own drinking, and the thing that's probably stopping you from doing it is how are you going to cope in those social situations? How are you going to cope in an environment where other people are drinking and you're used to drinking all the time in them? There are so many options nowadays, from alcohol-free spirits, alcohol-free lagers, ales, wines, that you shouldn't feel worried that you can't go out and still enjoy yourself. It takes time, it takes a little bit of adjustment, but it is completely possible. But you need to make that decision yourself, and you need to be committed to yourself to give up the alcohol. It's no one else's responsibility but yours. I did it, and it was very difficult after 20 years of drinking every day to suddenly stop. But I was able to achieve it, and I'm sure you can too. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share it personally, and that of course is how Dave does it.